Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I thought of reacting to a new video that I just saw pop up recently. I think it was yesterday or the day before. And this is Aurora singing the conflict of the mind, which is quite interesting, because at times she seems to be in tune with the subject matters that I raise. And I think it's because she, I think, has this profound nature about her. Even though she's young, she seems to have such a deep understanding of things, And yeah, so I'm looking forward to hearing this. So let's get going. I'm gonna have to interrupt and maybe play around with the video a little bit. Because they're easily blocked, and I'd like for everyone to see it. So bear with me with that. Okay, thank you. Here we go, Aurora. You're on. Da, 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 da. Okay, wow. Okay, it's absolutely beautiful. I like the effects. It's sort of like an echo type of effect, like a reverb echo type of effect, and it's quite interesting, And I see that there's a transition happening here, so I'm going to go back to make sure that I capture the transition, because that's the point, I think, of the two phases. And yeah, I mean, she's so her presence on the screen is so there, like she's there, and you can see that it's her type of thing. She's an incredible human being, and she speaks of things that I'm always have a connection to, and I think most people have a connection to. I think no matter who you are, what age, and so on, she seems to be able to connect, and I think it's because of her deep sense of things. And anyway, so here we go. I'm just gonna go back, like I said, just to capture the transition here. Out of time. It doesn't matter where we're going, we can leave it all behind. Only when I see you cry, I feel conflicted in my mind. It fills my heart up and it breaks me at the very same time. When you open up the gates for me and leave the world behind, we find proof of love is hidden in the conflict of the mind. Wow, I mean, she's such a genius of an artist. That's all I could say. Just like her ability to capture a moment and to capture a feeling is, I think, unequaled at this point. Here we go again. I mean, here we have, a family having dinner, and everyone seems to be within their own minds. Something up, or did you bear?
Okay, again, here we go with the transition again. But isn't it fascinating and beautiful in a sense, how she's interpreting the idea of everyone has like a conflict in their mind, and dealing with things. And we're sort of like all these little capsules of stories, and we're all so self-involved in the story that we tell ourselves. And that's basically what we are, in the sense of programming and everything else, So, this is fascinating and really well done. I'm going to go back again just before the transition. But it's, and the actors are doing a great job here as well.
I saw your longing while I long to lift you up. Only when I see you cry, I feel conflicted in my mind. It fills my heart up and it breaks me at the very same time. When you open up the gates for me and leave the world behind, we find proof of love is hidden in the conflict of the mind.
Well, it seems that she's, I don't know, this is my interpretation, but like these type of songs can be interpreted in different ways, I would think. And only Aurora, the original artist, has an idea of what she's trying to say. Even sometimes they themselves find that they find the reason later. So anyway, so it's open to interpretation, but from what I see is, she's putting a lot of emphasis on seeing into another person's, let's say, soul, as a term that we use, or spirit, or we can use the story that we tell ourselves, or the programming that we are. And now they seem to have disintegrated the actual physical beings, and all that's left is their shell, So, anyway, let's go back a little bit again.
Love is hidden in the conflict of the mind. Don't let your spirit die. This is just a conflict of the mind. Is your heart alive? Overcome a conflict of the mind. Don't let your spirit die.
Okay, again here, don't let your spirit die. It's just a conflict of the mind, And I think in that sense, I can understand what I think she's trying to say here, is that the conflicts that we have within our minds are within, they're thoughts, right? And thoughts are temporary, and they shouldn't destroy, the full story that we tell ourselves, at the being, or in this particular case, what she's referring to, the spirit and the soul, for those who believe in such a thing, yeah, so I find it very touching, and I think it's a message of hope for those who are conflicted. Now, the thing is that what people may or may not realize is that we're all conflicted within, each and every one of us. And the reason I wrote a novel to try and help the human race is to try and point out, that unless we deal and we realize the conflicts that we have within our minds, we can never progress or evolve beyond the troubles that are in the world, in our society, because society is a reflection of the conflicts that we have in our minds,
This is just a conflict of the mind. Is your heart alive? Overcome a conflict of
technical for technical reasons. I'm just going to go back a little bit. But I love the colors of the table. It's all desserts. They all look pretty good, from jello to cake. And, there's a sweetness in that she's demonstrating here. And at the same time, the conflict still exists in a sense, right? And because they're so quiet, nobody's interacting with one another, and so it's quite interesting. And when she says, "and the love is you," I think, in this sense, I think we're kindred spirits. I think, like many of us are, in the sense of those who realize that the only thing that exists has an internal feel to it, is love. The rest, the conflicts of the mind, are all part of thought, which is temporary. And maybe this is what Aurora is trying to tell us, that we are all love. Okay, that is so cute. The little giggle at the end, and it's in this face of Aurora. Every once in a while I stop at a particular expression, and I could barely look at her because she's represents so much of innocence and so much love. That it's hard to look at her. And because it's overwhelming, the emotion that is portrayed and reflected, so I mean, who cannot care about this woman? She's just I think a gift to all of us, and that's about it. I think that's all I have to say today. Hopefully you'll find this interesting. Have a great day. Thank you very much, and take care. Bye, Aurora. Thank you again for your beautiful video and performance and voice, obviously. Take care. Bye.